Respiration. What is respiration? Process of release of energy. Release of energy from foods. What is this new definition? From the childhood, you are learning that inhalation, exhalation are called as respiration or breathing. No, that is respiration actually includes both breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing is a part of respiration. What happens when you breathe air? The air that is entering into your body has oxygen. This oxygen enters into your lungs. From lungs, it enters into all body cells. It enters into all body cells. And from each and every cell will produce some amount of carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide will come to the lungs, and from lungs it is going outside. Okay, this is from outside. So in this, from here to here, here to here, this is called as breathing. And this is called as respiration. Respiration. Okay? That means breathing is a part of respiration. Breathing is a part of respiration. Okay? What happens when oxygen is entering into cells? Here, whatever food is present inside the cells, that is getting oxidized. That is converting into energy. Okay? Does each and every cell have food particles in it? Yes. What happens when we saw in digestive system that small intestine, this is our large intestine. So small intestine is present here. This small intestine that is present here absorbs all the nutrients present in the foods. When nutrients are absorbed in the small intestine, what is happening? It is entering into blood. When food for energy nutrients are entering into blood, from blood it is reaching every cell of the body. What is the main function of blood? It carries substances from one place to another place. Okay? So in this way, each and every cell present in our body will receive food particles. Okay? When food is reaching it, when food is reaching each and every cell of our body, let us take this is one cell. Nutrients are entering into this. Say, for example, glucose is entering into the cell. This oxygen that is coming into lungs also will enter into our cells. As a result, what will happen? Glucose and oxygen will combine together to produce carbon dioxide, water, energy. Okay? So, this energy release is only because of respiration. When you eat the food directly, you will not get energy. When that energy that is stored in that food will release when you are passing oxygen into the body. When oxygen enters into body, then only energy that is present inside the food materials will be released, and energy that is required for everyday activities is coming out of that. Okay. When we are eating food, what is happening? This food is breaking down into several particles. That particles are reaching each and every cell, staying there readily to receive the oxygen. When they receive oxygen only, oxygen energy that is present is released. So in this breathing, there are two processes. In process of breathing, there are two things. In process of respiration, there are two things. So, breathing. Breathing includes two processes. What are those? One is inhalation. Inhalation. Second one is exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is also called as inspiration. Inspiration. Exhalation is also called as expiration. What do you mean by inhalation and exhalation? Inhalation means breathing air inside. Okay? Inhalation means breathing in. Exhalation means breathing out. Breathing out. Similarly, in respiration also, there are two events. Respiration includes two events. What are they? External respiration, external respiration, and internal respiration. Internal respiration. I said you that when oxygen is entering into lungs, from lungs it is distributed to each and every cell of the body. Is lung connected to each and every cell of our body? No, it is not connected. Then how do you think the oxygen that is present in lung will be able to reach in each and every cell? There is one mediator in between, which is nothing but blood. Blood reaches from lungs, oxygen reaches from lungs to blood to each and every cell. It's not straight path. Okay. So in this C, there are two processes. One is between lungs and blood. Second one is between blood and cells. When carbon dioxide is produced in the cell, first it will reach blood, then it will reach lungs. Now, can you guess what is external respiration? What is internal respiration? External respiration is exchange of gases, whether it is oxygen or carbon dioxide. Exchange of gases between lungs and blood. Between lungs and blood. What about internal respiration? It is also exchange of gases only, but exchange of gases between blood and cells. Blood and cells. Okay? So, what is happening? Our respiration is divided, total process of respiration is divided into breathing and respiration. Again, breathing includes inhalation and exhalation. Respiration includes external respiration and internal respiration. External respiration is exchange of gases between lungs and blood. Internal respiration is exchange of gases between blood cells. After that, whatever process occurs inside the cell, that is also a part of internal respiration only. What happens inside the cell? Inside the cell, the glucose molecules that are present inside the cell will react with oxygen. Glucose means C6H12O6. When the reaction takes place between these two, what will happen? 6CO2 plus 6H2O, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of oxygen, and energy is released. This energy is useful for our everyday activities. Useful for our everyday activities. For this purpose, the energy that is produced is not completely used. Some part of the energy is used then and there. Some part of the energy is stored in our body as small molecules called as ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Phosphates. Suppose I'll say you an example. Every month, some earning is obtained. What will happen? Will we spend all that money or save something for future? Some part of that money is taken, stored in bank for future. In which form it is stored? In the form of currency notes. Same like that, all the energy that is produced from our body will not release at once. After eating food to food, there is 4 hours of gap. That energy should be slowly released. Yes or no? So, whatever energy is released, if you are doing any work at that time, for that purpose, energy is used. And remaining energy is stored. It is converted into ATP molecule. How much energy is there? Those many ATP molecules will be produced and it is stored in our body. Okay. If there is any delay in eating foods, that ATP also will be converted into energy. Slowly we are able to use that energy also. Or sometimes because of any hurry, because of any delay, we eat 2 to 4 hours late also. At that time also the stored energy is useful. ATP is a energy currency. ATP is a energy currency of our body. Energy currency of our body. Why it is called as energy currency? Because energy is stored in this molecule. Okay. So like this, so many molecules are produced where this energy is converted into this molecule, small molecules, and it is stored in our body. That is why it is called as energy currency of our body. Okay. If you expand ATP, A means adenosine, T means tri, P means phosphate. This molecule is a energy currency of our body. Will all the organisms produce energy in this way only? Can all organisms use the oxygen that is present in the environment? Do you think bacteria also takes oxygen? All the bacteria will be able to take oxygen? No. There are some bacteria. Take suppose lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is also called as lactic acid bacteria. What is the use of this bacteria? It converts milk into curds. Milk is converted into curds. Okay, very good. What is present in milk? One glucose like molecule called lactose. In curd, one lactic acid molecule is there. Okay. When lactose is converted into lactic acid, energy is released. Energy is released. That is why lactobacillus is converting milk into curd. It needs energy for its own survival, for its own daily activities. Okay? So that is why it is producing energy for itself. Okay? In this process, there is no use of oxygen. No use of oxygen. Lactose molecule is similar to glucose molecule. C6H12O6 is converted into lactic acid, which is three carbon compound. C3H6O3 and plus some amount of water molecules and energy is released. Oh, sorry, no water molecule is released. Only energy is released. In this type, there is no water molecule released. So, what is happening? One compound is converted into another compound, energy is released. Is there any use of oxygen here? Is there any use of oxygen here? No use of oxygen. Since there is no use of oxygen, this type of respiration is called as anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. In case of anaerobic respiration, no need of oxygen, no breathing process is involved, only release of energy from the stored molecules. Only release of energy from the food molecules is there. There is no use of oxygen. There is no use of oxygen. When there is no use of oxygen, no breathing in, no breathing out. Only one molecule is converted into another molecule, energy is released. Okay? So, is this only organism that is doing this job, anaerobic respiration? Is this only molecule that performs anaerobic respiration like this? There is another method of anaerobic respiration. Another method of anaerobic respiration. Generally, while making bread, some amount of powder, dried yeast is added. What is the purpose of dried yeast? Or while making alcohol also. In alcohol industries also, dried yeast is added. What is the use of this alcohol? What is the use of dried yeast in alcohol industry? What does it do? In case of yeast also, anaerobic respiration only takes place. In case of yeast also, anaerobic respiration only takes place. When glucose solution is added with yeast, yeast will convert glucose into alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Here also 1C6H12O6 is breaking down to release energy. So this is also respiration only. This is also respiration only. This type of respiration is also called as anaerobic respiration. We'll summarize this once. Respiration is of two types. Respiration is of two types. One is aerobic respiration. Second one is anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen. Requires oxygen. It occurs in all higher organisms. It all occurs in all plants, animals. all those living on land, whether it is living on land or water, all these air animals requires oxygen. But certain bacteria and all yeast do not require oxygen, and they release energy from their molecules by anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration occurs in bacteria and yeast. Another term for anaerobic respiration is fermentation. Fermentation is another term for anaerobic respiration. Fermentation means breakdown of large molecules into smaller molecules with release of energy. Energy is also released. You see here, glucose is large or ethyl alcohol is large. It is a 6-carbon compound. C6H12O6. Is this molecule is large, or this molecule? C2, 2 molecules of carbon are present. Here hydrogen 5 molecules are 5 atoms are present, and 1 oxygen, 1 hydrogen. Compared to this molecule, this is a small molecule. In case of lactic acid fermentation also, what did you see? Lactic acid is a 6-carbon, lactose is a 6-carbon compound. Lactic acid is a 3-carbon compound. Is it not breaking down into smaller molecules? So, breaking down of larger molecules into smaller molecules with release of energy is called as fermentation. Fermentation is other term for anaerobic respiration. Is it clear? So based on this principle only, yeast is used in different like alcohol industries or for making bread. How some amount of glucose is added, some amount in any source of glucose is added. When some source of glucose is added, this ethyl alcohol is produced. So alcohol production is done in this way. What is its use in bread making industry? When the dough is made and mixed with yeast, slowly carbon dioxide molecules are formed. Carbon dioxide is a gas molecule. So this is getting trapped inside this dough. What dough means? The flour that is used. Mixture of flour plus water is called as dough. So this dough is made up of usually maida dough. So when it is mixed with yeast and left over for night, carbon dioxide molecules are released. These gas molecules are trapped inside. So that is why the bread is having so many pores. It's sponginess is because of this carbon dioxide molecules that are released. As a result of that, in between air spaces are formed and makes the bread puffy. Yeah. Does anaerobic respiration occur in humans? Yes, you are right. Who asked me this question now? Anaerobic respiration occurs in human beings also. Why? What is the need of anaerobic respiration in human beings? When suppose let us think you are doing very heavy exercise, long marathon run, something like that. What happens? I said you energy stored in your body as ATP molecules. So in your body, in any cell, let us say all cells are having ATP molecules. These all ATP molecules are present. You started running and doing exercise. And whatever available energy is there, the formed energy has some available energy, that energy is used off. Now your body started using the stored energy also. It started using after 1 hour also, you are still running, you are still doing exercise. At that time in your cells, there is no ATP molecule. This ATP molecule is not there. This ATP molecule is not there. What can your body do now? Your body has one alternative. What it will do? It will switch to anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Immediately, all the available glucose molecules will convert into lactic acid molecules and energy is released. Energy is released. Why should our body choose this method? Why it is not able to convert into carbon dioxide and energy? I'm saying you, this is fast. Anaerobic respiration is fast.